15-10. Just practicing the consolidation that we've done so far throughout the year, and see if we can work our chess mantra through this game. Each move meaning something, the purpose behind it. We develop the knight supporting the pawn, managing key squares. We're going to push this pawn supporting the pawn, because if the bishop takes, then obviously the knight will be able to take the pawn. All simple, straightforward stuff. And I think we're going to develop the knight here. Try and make some space for castling. It does take, so we'll take take with the pawn. It's castled. Let's just develop the bishop, making space for castling. Reason for every move, rationale, whether it's good or bad, so that we understand what we're doing. I'm going to capture the pawn. I'm going to make sure that we bring the bishop here, defending. Could bring it on the outside. It's very rare I bring it on the outside. I do like bringing it on the inside, but today we're going to practice doing fianchetto bishop. There's no half open file, so it should be fairly okay here. It does have an X-ray through to the pawn in front of the king. Okay, so now our dark square bishop, probably, as we've mentioned before, attempting to get this fianchettoed into this position here. Not fianchetto man, but you know, trying to make the bad bishop do something good. That's my stories. Supporting this pawn, which kind of suggests that this knight is coming dancing somewhere. Probably coming back around again, coming around here, ready to attack our king area. What positives do we have? Small piece could attack the higher piece, but at this moment I don't think we're going to do any of that. I'm going to continue with the bishop moving here. So we have the holistic strategy, which is get this pawn bishop here into this position like this, waiting for the opponent to overextend. With this type of opening anyway. Bishop moves back, so he's looking maybe to support the pawn, pushing down onto the... Let's push the pawn, continue with our mini plan. Just waiting for them to start attacking, overextending, make some space for us. Queen's getting prepared. Let's just bring this here. They may bring the bishop back now, looking to get the bishop off the board. So we're following our plan. A sketchy plan is better than no plan at all. Now they're kind of x-raying through to the queen. We don't like them apples, but I suppose if we go here, he's still got an x-ray through. Where do we want to bring? I think we can still go here. It might be a few moves off yet. Let's go here with the queen. So it looks like they're chomping at the bit to get this sort of situation going. Might give us time to get our rook behind our queen. The waiting game, the patience of chess. As I've always said, the longer play games are where the true art of chess really is. Patience, calculation, then more patience on the calculation before you make a move. That's harder to do when you're playing like a blitz game or bullet game, or even, well, this is a rapid game, but it's like a 10-second increment. Do any of his knights have any checks on our king? No, they're still far away. Okay, so the knight moves back. He is looking to do this. Yep, we saw this all along. I think we can still just continue with the rook coming here, because we're just waiting for this to happen. What else is there if they don't do that? Oh, it's got a free pawn. But how free is the pawn really? It's like a greedy munching situation, which may not benefit them really. We go here, his knight can come and protect, but his knight will get taken off the board. So greedy munching. We expected some sort of overextension. That's what we were waiting for. As we said right at the very beginning, doing our little fianchettos, just repositioning, taking our time, patience. And it looks like they have overextended. Now's the case of how do we take advantage of that overextension. So the bishop's going to fight like a cornered cat now. Maybe it'll say, oh well, I've already got a pawn, so I'll take this off and take this off. So I think if we come here, it will takes, but then the queen can take, and then he'll get the knight with the rook. So we have to be very mindful of that situation, although the pawn can do some sort of taking. Actually, that won't be there, will it? We go like this, and they take, and then we take. That pawn's not going to be there. They'll just take. So very mindful of the move order. Just take our time. Have a look at what we can do. They're doing it kind of in a reverse order type thing, but we do have the rook supporting, but they do save the bishop. Just that they do, they've kind of, what's the word? Sacrifice the bishop for that type of oh, they are saving it. Let's go here, but they're going to lose the rook. So the move order worked in our favor because we've done our own calculation based off of if, and they've resigned. Understanding the move order is definitely key. Calculating is definitely key. Maximum of 4 move calculation. I really like to just do a 1-2 with a supporting subliminal calculation in the back of my head as to what potentially might happen, but not going to any great shakes in terms of length of the calculation, because you never know what the opponent's going to do, and you will have wasted all that brain power thinking on behalf of your opponent, and when they don't do what you expect them to do, it messes up everything. Okay, let's continue with the practice. See if we can get a half decent game going. Oh, he's coming for the fried, I bet you. Yeah, they are. Let's go here. Oh, they were going to do it. I could sense it in my water. Let's go here. Fried liver. So it means we've got more pieces on the board. Now we need to try and get the position early doors and try and prevent their rooks from getting into the game. Let's go. Oh, it's good they're just dancing with one piece. I think we will take. Let's get the knight across. King down. Attack the queen. Get this up here. Rook across. Going for a double. Excuse me. So you see how they're trying to use the power base of the rooks. We've kind of let them get into that good position. I'm going to go here because he's going to squish us and take the bishop off the... Oh, he's not falling for any of that. Let's attack the rook with the bishop. And... okay, let's take. Because he can't really take back without losing pieces. He's got like a double-double. Let's take this and take this. Yeah, they know they've gone wrong. That's the problem with the fried liver. Position. I mean, they worked quite nicely with their rooks, getting them in there, but then at that point, because we had a bit more pieces than them, attacked the key spaces, the key areas. Looks like they're going to be leaving the game. But on the plus side for using the fried liver, it can catch, if you're not used to it, it can catch you by surprise. This player did play it, I think, fairly okay. We'll just have a look at the analysis and see what the scores on the doors are. And then obviously at this point here, it looks good. I could see where they were going with that. It's just that the rook is not going to have any support. It was probably better if the queen was in there as well, you know, on this line. Then at least it's got some sort of support, maybe behind the rook. (15-10). Continuing the practice of the consolidation, trying to work the mantra, understand what the pieces are doing. So we're basically supporting the pawn, waiting for the captures, sitting waiting for them to overextend. I think we can happily bring the bishop out because there's quite a bit of support on this pawn and giving it more support, but also making space for the bishop. The bishop can come out and support the knight, make space for castling. Simply capture and then castle. It is a 10-second increment, and I think we're both starting to slow down a bit now. Let's develop the knight. So as in the previous game, just sitting waiting for them to overextend. And I'm classing this now, this maneuver here is basically like, when I've done it, it doesn't do much. It's more like a sitting waiting move, like, well, I don't really know what to do next move. So I'm going to just bring our king here and see if we can get our knight here and attack the bishop. But I don't believe I'll be taking the bishop, because all it's going to do is open up space in front of our king. So the bishop kind of just sits there, just waiting for you to take it. And in my head, it kind of just loses the tempo. I'm going to go here and just go here. They've got the option of taking, but they are taking as well. So we could bring the knight back into the game because our king is looking a little bit congested, really. No, I think I'm going to bring the knight up. Maybe. Oh, it's stopping there. So I think we can hit this pawn head of the non-snake at the minute. Looked like they turned into bullet mode for a second there. Now they're thinking a bit. So you can see the idea is like trying to squish the king here. You can see where the opponent put their pieces. Yep, all they're wanting to do is just come in and squish the king. If it's with the pawns, if it's with the bishops, no matter how they're going to do it. And the position of the queen has come here because it can't come here, so it wants to come across here. But it's also supporting the pawn, I believe. Yep. So we can take, or we can push. If we pushes and he doesn't take, keeps everything locked down. If we take, it does open up a little bit of space, but I'm liking the opening. Yeah, the bulleting stuff out because they're attacking this pawn here. Bring the knight across, attacking the queen. He takes, rook attacks the queen. Happy-ish. Or just attack the queen. No, maybe support the pawn. Don't really want to be supporting the pawn, but I think if we bring this, he hits us with his rook, his pawn, sorry. Pawn for a pawn. Let's take this. Let's take that and let's move this knight here. Obviously it's going to get hit by the pawn. Yep, that makes sense. And then we can hit the queen, or there will be something better. Because the queen's got no protection on, so if they started being fancy, just take. So it's waiting like for that overextension thing that we talked about. Yep, okay, so they have to take really. And we're owning the file at the minute. We're losing the pawn, they're playing it like bullets, so it's going to take. So they're up a pawn again, but has it really improved their position being that fast? Let's put a check on the king. Where does the king go? They've got a back rank threat mate thing, so once they move, we can't kind of go back. We're going to have to push this pawn just to stop that, and then give our king a bit of space to move, at which point it gives them time to come back down. Okay, maybe not. Let's go here. So it's either a draw or there's a miracle of a checkmate, but they're looking to ramp this pawn down. Hit it once. Let's go here, see if there's any of this business. Oh my days. Yep. We visualized that was the fault. They're just coming down here and not looking at the back end, which is really good for us and for good position. And yeah, consolidation of the chess session for this year. So it's not been doing too bad. I'm feeling fairly happy and comfortable with our casual chess development. Okay, next 3-0. Playing as black, nice one. Let's push for the center. Let's develop the knight. I want to take the pawn. Yes, let's take it on this occasion. Sometimes it's nice to take the gambit, so long as you know you've lost tempo in developing, and if you want to try and get that back. Queen's coming down for an early attack. Let's castle into the threat area. Okay, right, so let's open up the white square bishop. Maybe not to there because the queen, oh, the queen can't take. Might have missed a bit of an opportunity there. Let's get this bishop here, see if we can squeeze here. Back the queen. Go here. Little mini strategies. Let's attack. Oh, but we can't. They've seen it. They've seen it. Let's attack the queen this way first. And then attack the bishop. Do we take with the knight or the queen? I think taking with the queen feels a bit better at this moment. It's not doing any of that, so we're just going to take the knight's going to get involved. Bring the queen here, blocking the pawn for a moment, but the rook's probably going to face it off. Oh, interesting. Let's put a check on the king. Sink the knight in here. It does have an out, which it can come back here. Where can the king go? It's going to go here. So we have got a dark square bishop. Knight can come back to make space for the queen. I'm overthinking. Push the pawn. He does have a 2-on-1 though. Oh, the queen's just going to take the knight. Oh, too fancy, dude. Simple, simple. All that good work to get that lovely position and I've given it up. He's not taking advantage of it. Oh, we're going to have to move it. I've trapped my queen. Oh my lord, I've trapped my queen. So I'm still losing the knight anyway. The rook's coming down and hitting the queen. What the have I done? Oh, out of the frying pan into the fire. Oh, it's not done it again. So can we get our queen out of there at all? No, we can't. We'd have, the only place we can go is here, but queen takes, knight takes, the king takes the knight. Oh my giddy aunt. I can't get my queen out unless of course I move the knight here with a check on the king. It's the smallest of space that I can move to if the rook comes and attacks it. Oh, that is shabby. That is not good. Squeeze here, but it's I don't have much movement for the queen. We can take this pawn with the queen. Shall we take with the queen rather than the knight? The knight would be on the rook, but the rook would come here. So I'm gonna do this. And do this. Shocking. Shocking. I wouldn't even class that as a Houdini because that was just pure luck. The opponent just didn't take advantage of the stuff. Let's attack their bishop. Take the bishop off the board, or do we bring this knight here? I'm going to take the bishop off. Getting way too arty, and look at all this space in front of our king. We're going to get creamed. Let's come here. He's going to triple up and all sorts on the king area. Take the knight. Let's not get arty and try and defend this pawn. Open file here. Push this pawn. The race to own the file now. We have to get the king here supporting the rook. Yeah. The king here supporting. Oh, we're too slow. We can't do anything. Push a pawn. Time might be on our side then. Let's push. No, maybe not that one. There. Bring this rook here supporting this pawn because it's gonna come down and attack here. So we might as well bring this here. Push. Pushes down. Not much else for us to do really, is there? Come here. Oh my giddy aunt. Not much for us to do. Let's go here. Time's running out. Yeah, okay. A win on time, but really that is not good. Let's have a look at the analysis on that one. What did we miss? So there's no major advantages, just that there's nothing we can do really. So the slightest of advantage. Oh, they're winning there. Woohoo. Ooh, clearly winning, yeah. So we had the right to be panicked. We didn't have anything to do, but time management is key. Oh, I thought they weren't starting then. Let's develop on. Let's get the knight out. Ooh, shall we develop the bishop this time? Open up the dark square bishop, see if there's gonna. Ooh, okay, let's attack the bishop. And let's take the bishop. I'm gonna take the knight. Ah, my god. Okay, we're down, aren't we? we're going to be down 2 pawns because that was the tempo done wrong. Yeah, I'm going to be down 2 pawns. It felt like it looked good. I don't know why they didn't take the pawn just then. They're already up 1 pawn. Castle. Hit the bishop. Something to take the pawn. Maybe not that. Let's attack the knight first. And looks like they've got a bit of smarts going because they're seeing these sort of things. Let's go here. Apart from obviously the pawn taking. I think the pawn probably should have taken there. But they're +1 at the minute. Queen's coming here to support the pawn. Don't really know why that bit's taking so long. And let's take. But obviously it doesn't. I can't really predict what the opponent's going to do, kind of based on the last game as well, where we were basically losing. We lost the queen, we lost the knight really. And shall we hit the queen? And the pawn's just going to drop. Yep. Okay, let's just bring the bishop here. He's coming with the pawns. Let's get this queen off the back. Get this rook facing their rook. Bishop's trapped in a little bit. I think if we take, then his rook's going to be on our queen. I'm going to take, bring the queen off. Open file now. See if there's any exchanges with the rooks. They've gone into a deep tactical think now. Are they taking this? But the knight's not supported. Can tell they're thinking it. Bang, but no dice. Aha, so they brought that to support. I was on the right ballpark. I knew they were thinking tactical, get a checkmate type thing going on. What else is there? So now just bring this and take the rook, and attack again, take the rook. Oh, we've just given up a piece. Have we got a Fisher Spassky at all? No, we haven't. No, we haven't. Can't even do this, but I can do this. But it's got loads of protection because the bishop can come back and defend. Once he goes there, rook takes, knight takes, queen takes, but the bishop comes back and defends, which is a shame really, but never mind. Let's take, and then attack the bishop. Queen comes to oh, fantastic.